Okay, so we're going to be solving literal equations today. Everything that I write, you need to write. This is your notes on how to solve literal equations. You're going to have 8 problems today on one side, 12 on the other side, and then the rest of them you need to finish them tomorrow when I'm not here with the sub. So literal equations are letters. It's an equation that has mostly letters, but we're going to solve them the exact same way that we solved the other ones. So we're going to do do. Okay, if you see multiplication, we're going to divide. If you see addition, we're going to subtract. Okay, so we're going to do an example just so you can see what we're talking about. Oops. First example is 3m minus n equals k. And I want to solve for m. So we're going to draw our line, and we're going to solve for m. And before we solve for m, we need to start asking ourselves, what is happening to the m right there? What is the m doing? It's multiplying by 3. And then they're subtracting n. So once you write down those steps, then the rest of the stuff is pretty easy because we're going to do this one first, which is add n to both sides. So right here, in order to get rid of it, you're going to add n, and you're going to add n here. That cancels. On this side, on the right side, do these two look alike, the k and the n? No. So you're just going to write it like you say it. So this says k plus n, so we're going to write down k plus n. Okay? Bring down on the other side the equal sign and the 3m. And the last step, instead of multiplying by 3, what are we going to do? Divide by 3. I'm going to divide here by 3 so it cancels, and I'm going to divide this whole thing by 3, and you're done. The answer is m equals k plus n all over 3. Okay, so pretty easy. This is the answer. This is the answer. This is it. I boxed it. You boxed it and that's done. All right, let's do another example. We're going to do A equals LW, and I want to solve for L. Draw your table, see, do. This one's going to be easy because it's just one step. I want the L by itself. What is the L doing right now? What do you see the L? What's happening to the L? It's being multiplied by W. When they're together, when the letters are next to each other like that, with no symbol, that's multiplication. So L is being multiplied by W. So what are we going to do to get rid of it? We're going to divide by W. So divide by W, so it can cancel. Divide the other side by W. My answer is L equals A over W. That is it. So these are pretty easy now that we've been doing do so often. Let's do another example. I have x parentheses 1 plus y close parentheses equals z. okay? And I want to solve for x. And I know that you are really, really tempted to distribute the x to the 1 and the x to the y. We're not going to do that. This is a literal equation. How do you know it's literal? Because it has a lot of letters. So you're just going to do C do. And you're going to ask yourself, what is happening to the x? What is the x doing right now? It's multiplying by this whole big thing, right? It's multiplying by parentheses 1 plus y. So if it's multiplying by the parentheses 1 plus y, how are you going to get rid of it? You're going to divide by parentheses 1 plus y on both sides. So divide this side by 1 plus y. Divide the other side by 1 plus y. And it's going to cancel the whole parentheses. Okay? So that leaves you with x on the left side equal to this whole thing. So z over parentheses 1 plus y. Okay, example 4. Example 4. I have 2x plus 4y equals 6. I want to solve for y. So we're going to C do. What do you see happening with the y? It's multiplying by 4. What else is it doing after it multiplied by 4? Adding 2x. They added 2x. So what are you going to do first? Subtract 2x from both sides. So minus 2x, minus 2x, cross out 2x. Do these two look alike? No. This one has an x, this one doesn't have an x. So I'm not going to subtract them. You're just going to read it and write it. So it says 6 minus 2x. So you're going to write down 6 minus 2x. Bring down the equal sign, bring down the 4y. What is the opposite of multiplication? So I'm going to divide by 4, both sides. Divide this by 4, divide this by 4, and this one by 4. And I'm not doing it to the whole thing because this is a number I can divide and this is a number I can divide. So cross out the 4. Y equals 6 divided by 4 gives you a decimal. Math inner gives you 3 over 2. Negative 2 divided by 4 gives you negative 0.5. Math inner gives you a negative 1/2. Don't forget the x. If you forget the x, the whole thing is wrong.